Alright, hello everyone. So today I got something very special. I'm going to be reviewing Split. I actually saw Split a few days ago, and I've been contemplating on making this video for a while, and I just really wanted to get my full opinion out in one video with no editing or anything of that such, because this movie really makes me want to rant about it. So, here's the story with this movie, okay? The premise of this movie is that these three girls were at a birthday party. They were doing whatever, and they were getting ready to leave, and one of the girls, the loner chick, parents didn't show up, and one of the other girls' father decided to, take her home. So they went through this fucking 5-minute ordeal to get to the car, and they're getting inside, and the girls get inside, the guy's putting the shit away, and they're just sitting there, and the girl looks outside the mirror and sees like stuff on the ground, and then hears someone gets in the car and like looks over, but does the most like the most longest fucking look ever. Like, she's like sitting outside, looking outside. Imagine I'm looking out to my right, out the window, and someone enters the car to my left. She turns her head just like this and looks and sees who's at the fucking driving door. So once she finally takes a full 5 minutes to turn her head and see who's at the driver, who is not the father, was about the time that the other girls noticed the guy wasn't her father. And it was like, "Sir, I think you have the wrong car. I think you got the wrong car." And I was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, some stranger gets in your car, turns the key, and like, all you're gonna say is you're in the wrong car. Like, obviously you got that key from somewhere. Obviously he's in there for a reason. He's there to do bad things, and your best instinct was to say you're in the wrong car. So he obviously sprays her in the face like you see in the trailer. But the most funniest thing that you don't see in the trailer is after the two girls in the back get sprayed and knocked down, whatever, the girl on the right, who was doing the fucking slow-ass neck turning, literally just sits there and fucking, like, paralyzed and surprised, like, what's going on. And she tries to reach for the door, but as soon as she opens the door, the car door alarm goes off, and the guy is just sitting there like, and like looks at her, puts back on the mask, and knocks her out. And that is like basically like the plot, or like the setup basically for this movie. And they get taken to some location. Now, to try to explain what kind of fucking person or what kind of character they try to make with this guy is so fucking difficult to explain. I'm just going to try to explain it the best way I can, because all it seems in this movie with this guy has like 5 personalities. He has the main bad dude, I guess, who's like the honcho, the fucking muscles. You got the chick who's like the brain. You got the kid, and you got fucking Barry, who's like the fucking sane person, and then I guess you have him, the original person, who's the actual real guy, not some other different personality in there as well. So that's like fucking 5 or 6 different personalities in there. And it's not like he's switching between all of them randomly. It's more like they're all entities in this guy's body, and they just decide to take over like whenever they want to. So 1 minute he's the bad guy, and then he walks off, comes back in as the girl, and like argues with himself, and then like, goes in, does whatever, and like that's it. So a lot of times in the movie you see him like one character, but then switches into another. And to me, that was like kind of fucking retarded, because really they really could have made this guy crazy. I mean, the guy was only crazy because he had 5 different personalities. He wasn't crazy because he was switching in and out of characters and himself and some other person. No, he was one person this time and one person this time, and they were all bad. They were all against him, except for the kid who was like a 9-year-old kid, and just like you would expect in this movie, they really tried to take advantage of that kid and try to have that kid get him out. But really, the kid is just like, it's just like a stupid identity that they put with this guy. I was at least expecting that with this character is like he was going to be his original self, but he also has different like personalities that drive him to do bad things. Like he's trying to maintain control with his personality, all while trying to like maybe keep these guys in line and control or something. I don't know, but the only thing they did was like, oh, I'm this guy. I'm this guy now. I'm that guy now. I'm this guy now. You know, and like one is worse over the other. So it's like, okay, bad guy, I'm the bad guy. Stay in here. Don't move. I'll be back. Like leaves. They sit there, do nothing, and cry and whine. And then the girl comes back and says, oh, you know, don't worry. He can't hurt you. And they just sit there like, oh, what do we do now? Sort of thing. They didn't do anything at all. So the whole purpose of them really being there was for this guy to unleash his inner darker self. He calls it the beast, which in his like fucking logic, that the beast needs to be let out every once in a while. Like the beast is some sort of another entity inside him that needs to be unleashed to fulfill his desire for something. In this, I mean, he put it as improper flesh. Like these girls are impure, and they've taken life to some other extent that they don't fucking appreciate life what it is, and he has to kill them for some reason. So basically the whole movie basically goes through this whole thing. They try to escape when like the less violent or dangerous characters come aboard with this guy. You know, for example, the girl or the kid or someone else. But that only happens a couple of times, and after they try to escape multiple times, they actually get separated, and you know, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that has happened with this fucking movie. It's like they get separated, and then finally they get a moment to actually break out. And from the moment they get the chance to break out is when the beast comes. So everything in this movie is like a setup for every fucking goddamn situation. Like they try to break through the event, the guy comes directly after they get it. They see it, and they try to escape. It was just so retarded. It was so dumb, and it just didn't have anything for it, really. It was just like, okay, this guy has 7 different personalities. He's obviously a bad guy. It's just like, oh, this guy's crazy. He has 7 different personalities. What do we do? You know, that's the fucking movie right there. Oh, this guy's crazy. What do we do? Not, hey, let's kill this guy and get the fuck out of here. Or, hey, this guy thinks he's a kid. Let's kill him. Hey, let's get a weapon and fucking kill this guy. Hey, let's do something and get out of here. They don't think of nothing. The only conclusion that these girls come up with is that they are fucking 17-week-ass high school girls who can't take down anyone and who are not willing to fight for their lives. This guy is gonna kill them, and they are trying nothing to fucking survive. And there were plenty of opportunities to fucking kill this guy or to do something. Okay, they could have made a weapon, they could have fucking done something, they could have picked something. I mean, they literally could have done something to harm this guy and give him plenty of fucking room to get out of there. Like, there was glass, there was pieces of metal. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of fucking tools that they could have sharpened and stabbed this fool in the neck. I mean, there are plenty of opportunities they could have killed this guy. Like, from the moment she would, like, there was a scene, for example, where she was making sandwiches for these girls because he was in the girl persona and she was being a mom, and she had her back to her, or he had her back to them, And they could have easily picked up something, stab him in the back of the neck or something, and got the fuck out of there. But they didn't. The girl just fucking, like, 2 girls tried to escape, and the loner chick did nothing but tried to understand what kind of fucking person this guy is. She didn't try to do anything. She just stood there and did her little fucking stare at everything and at every fucking opportunity. And it was just meaningless and pointless. It was a build up until he actually turned into the beast, and it was nothing at all. And another thing that this movie tried to do was try to explain that this types of people could have some sort of different kind of consciousness. You know, try to bring some spiritual or some kind of something in their, like, spiritual in someone's mind. So they had a doctor in the whole story who was interested in helping and developing this guy's fucking brain, but really it's just she notices that this guy is crazy and still crazy, and he hasn't improved on anything, and she does nothing. She does nothing. She sees that this guy is crazy. She sees that he's switching out in and out of different personalities. But all she does is schedule another talking appointment. Schedule this. Do that. Bitch, like, get this motherfucker in a goddamn ward. Put him in a straitjacket. She pretty much ignores everything. Like, she gets emails, she gets calls, she gets different fucking emotions from this guy. Like, she'll send him email like, oh, I need to talk to you right now. Sending like 20 emails, but her initial reaction is go, oh, something must be wrong with him. He must feel sad, or he must need to talk about something. But when she goes and fucking finally talks to the guy where he's, you know, held up at, which is also his, like, fucking rape torture center, she gets fucking killed. You know, she's like, oh, it's something, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you are crazy. Dead. And that was the end. You know, and it was fucking retarded. I mean, overall, this movie, it was kind of a good horror flick. It was a good scenario type idea to where they could have made this guy actually crazy and try to battle for his consciousness and trying to maintain control while doing these bad things. Like, they could have made him like, oh, I'm this guy, and then later go out and end up kidnapping, killing these girls and doing whatever. But it's just, instead of these other personalities have taken over this body and they are planning to do bad things. Why? Because they fucking can. Because they can. They feel like they can, so they do. So it was just dumb. And the worst part was the Beast. Now, the main thing that this movie tries to tell you is the Beast is fucking the craziest thing ever. But the whole premise of the Beast is that this guy, like, okay, the doctor was in a conference doing some sort of meeting explaining something about the fucking consciousness of these people, and she just goes on to say that if they think that they are one person, their biological chemistry rearranged itself into that actual thing that they think they are. So if they think they're one person, their identity becomes another. So this guy thinks he's a fucking monster beast. He literally turns into a fucking monster. He was he's like 5'11", 6 feet. This guy grows 7.5 foot long, muscular, ripped, veiny as shit, and runs off, act like a fucking werewolf or some shit. This guy was everything of a werewolf, but of the wolf. Seriously. This guy was it was just so stupid, because this guy had super strength, super speed, and like fucking super regenerative skills, because he gets shot with the shotgun in the abdomen and in the shoulder, and he doesn't go down. It was just ridiculous. I mean, I lost it at the end. The ending was horrible. Horrible. Okay? The girl, the loner girl, at the end, escapes. She finds a shotgun. There's this fucking 5-7 minute chase sequence between these people, and They're in a long hallway. She shoots off a couple times off this guy. He's scaring her. She gets behind this iron gated door, like fucking metal bars and everything. And as soon as she shuts it, the guy comes up to her and like fucking is like acting like a scary monster and whatnot, and is literally pulling the fucking metal bars past his head, you know, reaching in and whatnot. And I literally just sat there like, bitch, you could have just saved one shell to put one in his fucking head while he's sitting there pulling this fucking metal bar apart, and you could have just got the fuck out of there. But no, she wasted all her ammo. She locked herself behind the door. She somehow gets her jacket or coat ripped off, sees a bunch of self-harmed cuts, and says, "You are pure." And that's it. And he fucking runs off. It's like, your soul, you yourself are pure. Because you have self-harmed, because you had a shitty ass past. You know what I mean? This girl was molested, this girl was fucking beaten, whatever, the whole shebang. And her soul is pure. Your soul is not pure, god damn it. Those other two girls that you fucking just ate were pure. They were young, fucking socially active girls, and you murdered them because they were so. You want to? It was just stupid. It's like, how could you leave this girl alive because she's self-harmed and she hated herself? She hated herself and she wanted to die. That's why she was pure. Come the fuck on, man. Come on. So, I mean, ultimately, this movie is a rental. Okay, I would say it's at least that. I mean, if you're interested and you kind of you know, like the idea of split personalities, and you like to think of like, hey, you know, I'm interested in this different kind of stuff, and yeah, then give it a try. Go rent it when it comes out on DVD. Go to Redbox or whatever. But don't go to the movie theaters and see this. It's a waste of your fucking money. I mean, it's literally just to watch it, just to see what kind of movie it is. It's nothing other than that. But, I mean, that's about it. That's all I have to really say for this video. And I hope that you guys actually enjoyed this. Hope you got at least something out of it, some advice. I hope I at least saved you some money or something, man. Because this movie was fucking terrible. And I just can't believe it. So, I mean, thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully, I'll come back with another movie review, all that good shit. But other than that, I hope you guys fucking stay cool and hit me up later. I am RTM and signing off.